Hey, what's good all my trader homies? It's your boy Kevin from Touchdown Trades, your trading BFF, your stock market bestie. As usual, I'm coming at you guys 30 floors below my kitchen from the Touchdown Trades trading bunker and studio. Today we're going to be talking about the next Tesla. That's right, you heard it here first. Workhorse Group stock, ticker WKHS, is going to be the next Tesla. It's headed to the moon. Alright, today we're going to be breaking down Workhorse Group stock. We're going to be breaking it down from a fundamental perspective, a technical analysis perspective, and we're going to be talking about some major news in the bidding war for the USPS truck contract. This Workhorse Group is up over 1,000% from lows of $1.30. It hit highs of $22 per share and pulled back, and I think this thing is ready to take the next leg up, and I think it's about ready to blast off, and we're going to be talking about it in today's Touchdown Trades market analysis, so stay tuned. What is good, trader homies? Today we're going to be breaking down this WKHS stock, Workhorse Group stock. We're going to be breaking it down from a fundamental perspective, from a technical analysis perspective, and also we're going to be talking about the USPS contract. Huge news there coming out just this afternoon. So we're going to be breaking down this stock from many different angles, and I'm going to be telling you guys why I think this WKHS stock is ready to head to the moon. Alright, so we got the chart pulled up. This is the 1 year, 1 day chart, and we can see this thing has absolutely blasted off from lows of about $1.30 all the way to highs of about $22. It has since kind of pulled back and has retested this $14 support, but is so far has held it, and it looks like we got a nice little bull flag forming. So why do I think this thing is about to take off? First, let's talk about what the company does and who they are. I'm sure most of you guys are familiar with this company, but if you're not, let's first touch base on what they do and who they are. Alright homies, before we get started, before we talk about this Workhorse, do me one big favor and go ahead and subscribe down below. This is Touchdown Trades. We are a channel that talks about the hottest stocks in the market every single day, penny stocks and large caps. We have swing trading videos a few times a week, as well as day trading tutorials and live day trading videos. So go ahead and subscribe if that sounds like you're something like you might be into. Alright, so this Workhorse Group is an electric delivery vehicle manufacturer, and what makes them different is their vehicles are designed for last stretch delivery, similar to UPS and FedEx, in that they're actually making delivery vehicles that go door to door. They also have a program which is pretty interesting called this Horsefly, and it is a final stretch delivery vehicle that has a drone fly up out of it and deliver packages door to door. And with what we have going on in the world with the virus and just how technology is progressing, I think this is something that we could see in the near future. So I really like the technology of this company. Alright, so now that we know a little bit more about what they do, why do I think this thing is about to blast off? First, let's take a look at this article right here. All right, traders. So the USPS, the United States Postal Service, is having a big issue with their trucks, their mail delivery trucks. They're extremely old and they're catching on fire. This site here is dedicated solely to mail trucks catching on fire, and if we scroll through it, we can just see that the USPS is having a horrible time with their trucks, and Congress just approved a bill allowing the USPS to get a $6 billion grant, I guess you could call it, to update their truck fleet. And this is huge news because the truck fleet is going to be required so that most of the trucks are electric. So there is a bidding war out there, and it was between 4 companies, okay? So this article here explains the bidding war in detail. I'll leave it linked down below. But basically, there's a $6 billion contract out there for a company to manufacture these new trucks. So there was 4 companies in the bidding war. Okay, so we had Workhorse, we had Oshkosh, we also had Mahindra, and then I think we had a Ford subsidiary that was working with Ford to try to get the bidding war. Okay, so we had 4 companies. And just today, Mahindra announced that they're canceling the bid for the USPS contract. So we're down to 3 companies in the bidding war. Okay, but really, I only think there's 2 that are worth a look. Okay, and I'll tell you why in just a sec. Alright, so now I'll tell you why I only think 2 of these companies actually stand a chance. Okay, so Karsan, an electric vehicle manufacturer out of Turkey. Okay, so then we have Oshkosh Corp of Wisconsin teaming up with Ford. Okay, and then we have the Ohio-based Workhorse. So those are the 3 that are left, and the President of the United States, whether you like him or dislike him, I will never get political on this channel. We are about making money and trading stocks, not about politics. But we know that he is pro-American, and he is going to want the company to be an American company. And there is no doubt in my mind that the company that wins this bid will be American-based. So that narrows it down to 2 companies. So we have Oshkosh and Ford teaming up, and then we have Workhorse. So it's really down to 2 companies. Let's take a look at Workhorse's financials, and that'll give us a better perspective of what landing a contract of this size would do to a company like Workhorse. So we can see that Workhorse has a market cap of just $1 billion. So if they landed this contract, the contract itself would be worth 6 times more than Workhorse's market cap is currently, which is just outrageous. A contract like this would do so much for a small company like Workhorse. Okay, so if Workhorse was to land this contract, it probably wouldn't be the most profitable contract in the world because they would probably need to open new manufacturing plants and outsource a lot of the manufacturing process. But it would take this company to the next level, no doubt about it. This thing would absolutely take off, right? It would just build a huge foundation for this company to build off of. Even if they didn't make a ton of money off this contract, it would get the foot in the door to where they could land more government contracts in the future. And also think about how many trucks they manufacture and just the replacement parts that they could sell to the USPS in the future. This would give Workhorse an absolute foothold in the EV sector. Okay, so Workhorse's CEO recently went on Benzinga and talked to them about this contract and the bidding, and he sounded very optimistic. He was saying that basically Workhorse is the only all-electric manufacturer in the bidding process. So if he didn't think that the company had a shot at this, I don't think he would be going around talking like that to news outlets. And he just sounded very optimistic to me, which is very good news. And I think we should take it with a grain of salt, but it's just good to hear the CEO sounding like they still have a shot. All right, so now let's break it down from a technical perspective. Now we know a little bit more about the fundamentals, and we know why this thing could take off and what their prospects are looking like. I think they have about a 50-50 shot to win the contract. It's between them and between the Oshkosh Ford team. So let's take a look at the daily chart, and we can see that this thing is trading at pretty lofty levels. It was trading less than $2 just a few months ago, and when the EV sector ran up, this run up here is not due to this USPS contract. This is all due to the Tesla and the EV sector running as a whole, and this was a sympathy move, but it's held the move beautifully, right? We're consolidating over $14 per share, and it's holding up, and it's looking like a bull flag is being put in, right? If we can hold this area up here and just consolidate, then that's a good look for this stock. We do have earnings coming out very shortly. This thing is supposed to report earnings Monday, so that's something you need to consider if you're considering taking a position on this workhorse. But I will tell you what I think about it and whether I think it's a buy or not. Okay, so here's my position, right? So if Workhorse gets this contract, there is no doubt in my mind that this thing is going to run up 3, 4, even 500%, okay? So I think there's a 50-50 chance they get the contract. So if they don't get the contract, I think we end up rolling over towards the $10 area. So that's a loss of about what? 25%. But if they get the contract, I think we run up 300-400%. So the risk to reward ratio is outstandingly good on this workhorse, because if they actually have a 50% chance to get the contract like I think they do, then we have an outstanding risk to reward on our hands, because this company, even if they don't get the contract, their future is still bright, right? This isn't just a fake company, a fake penny stock company that's trading on air and they really don't have a business model. This is a real company, and even if the USPS contract doesn't come through, this company still has a bright future. But if the contract does come through, then we're flying to the moon, okay? Up 400%. So my trading plan on this is to see what the earnings report looks like. And I wouldn't be surprised if they reported a bigger loss than expected and it sold off a little bit during earnings. So I actually hope that happens, and I hope we get a sell-off down towards this pivot at like 1150 on earnings, and I'm going to be buying any dip that happens due to a weak earnings report. If it spikes on earnings, then I'll probably hold off and wait till the next pullback to start buying my position. But I'm very optimistic on this workhorse, and I'm going to start entering a longer term swing trade on it, and I'm going to look for 25, 30, even higher on this thing. So I hope you guys got something from the video. If you did, go ahead and give the like button, the touchdown trades, snake eye jab in the eyes for me, if you wouldn't mind. You have nothing to lose. Just give it the snake eye jab in the eyes, the like button. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, got something from it. If you did, subscribe. I appreciate the view as always, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.
Drop.